So, what I was going to share to get started today was actually a practice that I sometimes like to do to drop into my doodles. And I have a number of different kinds of decks. I love tarot, I love oracle, but I also have other kinds, like I have an archetype deck, and I have a few decks that I've created too. One being the, oh, she seems to be wanting to go away. We'll see what happens. She might be back. We'll find out, folks. But one happens to be the Dear Creative deck, and ugh, which, I could share the link if you're interested, if you haven't seen it yet. But on each back is like a little love letter from your creative ideas to you. And so I just feel like sometimes pulling a card from any deck can inspire some new thoughts or be really interesting to doodle alongside of. So I'm going to pull a card. And if you want to drop in with whatever the message was, feel free. It gives you a nice starting place to start. If you had your own ideas about what you wanted to drop in about today, by all means, ignore this. Do what you need to do for you. But let's see what comes up today. All right, so this one. Dear Creative, we know you're, sorry, let me start again. Dear Creative, we know we are, third time's a charm. Dear Creative, we know we are encouraging you to do something out of the norm. We know that this can be scary. Thank you for taking a risk for us. We will make it worth it. Love your creative ideas. Oh, I love this. This like sinks in so hard. I've been reading a biography of a really wonderful artist that has come to my attention. Hilma af Klint, not Klimt, Clint. No, she's not married to or related to Klimt. Helma af Klint is a Swedish painter, or was a Swedish painter, and Um, she took some interesting risks and she's been really inspiring me lately. So I love this because even if it's not about your art, there's so many things so many ways our creativity manifests and can encourage us to do things that perhaps feel a little uncomfortable, um, make us break a pattern or show up in a way that isn't the norm for where we're showing up. And that's the risk of creativity. That's why people say creativity takes courage, and often an unconscious reason why a lot of us can suppress our creativity and not let it come out. So, let's dive in with that being an inspiration if it calls to you. And if not, again, whatever curiosity you've shown up with is welcome here. So let's close our eyes and take a few nice deep breaths. Oh, I feel like sighing it out today. If you want to sigh it out, go for it. That always feels good. If you're at work and you're sneaking this in, you can always do it quiet. And as you're in this beautiful, yummy pause space of deep breathing, feeling your energy gather right here into this moment, I can feel it. I feel it returning to me whenever I do this. Maybe see what's curious for you in this moment or feels challenging for you in this moment. Maybe related to the card that I shared or anything else. And when you feel ready, you can blink your eyes and begin to doodle. Remember that you can always start with a simple shape if you don't know where to start. Just letting your pen move around the paper or starting with some, you know, triangles, circles, spirals, stars, simple things can be really a great way to let your brain transition, let go, and trust in your creative process. So, I feel orange today. I'm just going to see where orange takes me as I contemplate that card. We'll do this for about 10 minutes before checking in. Just remember we're letting go of needing this to look good. We're lightly holding that curiosity or challenge, not trying to figure anything out. In fact, you can even let that completely go if you want to. Just enjoy the process of doodling, dropping into yourself. Will always have a meaningful result. Another minute or so on this one, or in this little doodling time anyway. Doesn't mean you have to stop working on this doodle, but we'll just go for another couple minutes before a little reflection, little pause in the making. All right, let's take a moment to pause and just notice what you see looking at your doodle so far in relation to whatever curiosity, question, challenge arose for you, or if you're contemplating the quote I read earlier or the little mini letter from the Dear Creative deck. Um, if you're just joining, what I read was, Dear Creative, we know we are encouraging you to do something out of the norm. We know this can be scary. Thank you for taking a risk for us. We will make it worth it. Love your creative ideas. So I was just saying earlier that sometimes I love to pull from card decks as a way of dropping in and doodling around what I see there. So that's what I've been doing this time around. And so far, I have this really soft pink, orangey red image coming up. And I love it because like orange was the first color and I drew these very straight lines with it. Um, which is sometimes I think very reflective of what we think going, stepping outside of the norm is about, kind of like doing that in this very bold or powerful, direct way. But I just love how these soft pinks started coming in and radiating. And I don't know, it's kind of reminding me that, we can do this with softness too. We can do this with softness with ourselves and with other people. So I'm going to keep doodling on this for a little bit. I'm really curious about it. I love this meaning I'm getting from it so far. And I'm getting some like ideas for something I want to write about. Um, so I'm going to go for another, let's see, we got started a few minutes late. I'm going to go for another 5 or 6 minutes on this doodle. And if you'd like to drop in again on your doodle, you can stick around and do that. If not, if this was enough of a drop in for you, I hope you take away feeling a little bit more relaxed and in touch with yourself at the very least, but maybe even some new ideas and insight from your doodling process. All right, I'm just going to reset with a nice deep breath again. Another minute or so before we pause to reflect. Finding a place to bring it to a close for yourself for now. Or by all means, keep going if you got time, but I'm going to wrap up this doodle drop in. So again, just curious, what be curious about what you might see in your doodle, how it relates to your challenge or question, or yeah, just whatever you were pondering. Could it hold some meaning for you? Could it have some new ideas? Could it have an aha or an insight or awareness? Or was just the process of doodling what you needed today? Kind of helped you calm down, relax, and be with yourself, which is so important, especially right now. So mine continued to evolve a little bit, but I really resisted. You know me, you know I love all the colors, and I just resisted the urge to put every color really brightly and bolded into this one because I was just getting messages of really just embracing this softness and letting it be more like diffused. Um, and I know sometimes maybe if you're a woman out there, you totally get it. You get a little like brain foggy. Could be different during a time in your cycle or like lovely perimenopause, or menopause, whatever we got going. I think as women, we feel this like brain fog, and it can be um, sometimes we feel very frustrated by it. But I've been really thinking, it's making me think about how that brain fog sort of strips away a layer of ego or like needing to know or needing to get it right and allows for more diffuse sort of wisdom and guidance to come up. And I don't know, it's just softer somehow. Allows me to rest a little bit more and be more in instead of picking up so much on the outer. So these are all lovely things that I'm getting looking at my doodle. And as always, I love hearing what you're getting as you look at yours. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week as it winds down, and have a joyful time this weekend, getting what you need, um, making time to drop in and be with yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes. All right, take care, everyone.